the ability to dance, you know, with the pencil into any kind of style. And that is very rare to find.
He always has his cultural identity in the music because he's from Eastern Cuba. And he lived also in Havana, the cosmopolitan city of Cuba. But he also has all of the cosmopolitan aspect of the New York experience. He was a Hollywood composer. He was he worked as Desi Arnaz's musical director, so he has those elements like of a Broadway show in the music, and these deep, deep folkloric aspects in the music that are incontrovertible. I mean, when you hear the Suite of the Americas, I mean, it can't, the suite can't be played, you know, by just the normal, average, trained classical musician. It has to be a musician that knows classical music, knows jazz, and knows all of these rhythmic vocabularies from the countries I mentioned.
I mean, I saw the, when I say I saw, I heard the piece, but I saw, and what I saw in my mind was sort of a narrative about the history of music in this hemisphere.
When you hear the Suite of America, you hear history. You hear our history, you hear our culture, you see a public square in Mexico and Venezuela and Brazil. You see people on the street. You see all that in his music.
I think Orieta did a very good job in understanding the spirit of that suite, the traditional style that is involved, and the colors that Banco would love to have in that, expressed in that suite.
So the main rhythm that's featured is known as joropo. It's from Venezuela. So joropo can be notated in 3/4 time, which means it's like a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But where a European person would clap in a waltz like this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A person from Venezuela or from Colombia, northern Colombia, where this rhythm also spread to through the valleys, would clap like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then against that, you have the 2, 3 against that. 2, 3, 2, 3. So you have those opposites going. Then against that, you have the rhythmic counterpoint of this. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. So those complex polyrhythms are happening. We had already played the last movement, which is called Ritmica, which is also dedicated to the great band leader Machito. We had played that in a small group setting. But then to hear it fully orchestrated and blown up into a 30-piece ensemble was amazing, you know?
Well, I think that the suite is a totality of a musician that was very, very at ease with who he was in the world of music.
Hopefully it won't be stashed away. Like a lot of composers, the music is stashed away, nobody plays it. There's still people here that know how to play the music. And when those people are gone, then it's going to be lost, maybe.
I don't think any one person can do anything to have a particular genre of music to continue to survive because of any one thing they did. I think the music speaks for itself. What he was able to do is to take that music, the different music, and be able to play it so beautifully that people that hear it want to say, I want to continue listening to this. And to inspire other young people to say, I would like to do the same.
If it wasn't for the fact that he was going out into communities and running classrooms and bringing in musicians to show the kids what is or what used to be, all this valuable information would be lost to future generations.
If it wasn't for Marco, I wouldn't be teaching right now. I wouldn't be doing the things that I do. Because one day at one of the concerts, he goes to me, and now Mr. Sanabria will speak to you about La Clave. So I had to get up and speak about La Clave, which is the heartbeat, the soul of Cuban music.
He just opened another door as far as me learning how to deal with younger kids, you know. Plus, hearing somebody who really played at a completely different level.
What I mean is that losing him in the material world was big, but losing him in spirit, no. Because, I mean, he's around.
There's an intimacy about the way he played music. It's hard to explain. I listened to him. I could be in a room with like 50 people, and there was a quality to his music that made you feel that he was playing only for you.
Marco is something. Marco will live forever in our hearts. Not only musically, but personally also. He was a sweetheart. That's what he was. A person that it was always a pleasure to work with. You know, a very fine musician, a very delicate pianist. I love the way he composed and the way he played the piano.
No hay palabras suficientes para describir como persona, como músico, como arreglista y como compositor. No hay palabras para describir. Es como una mina de oro. Ahí era la cosa. Como una mina de oro.
It's such a privilege. I am a very happy man. My spirit, my mind is all music. Since I was 6 years old, I started music. At 7 years, my father was my first teacher, and I started playing piano.
Wow.
And from now on, what I can say.
Marco, you're going to live forever.
Thank you so much.
I think so.
Thanks so much for coming.
It's been
And
a
please
pleasure.
keep playing. God bless these
pleasure.
hands. Thank you.